Many thanks for joining us again on the newsroom. I am Abisola Adebayo. The presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar, has welcomed reports that the governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike, and his group called the G5 are favorably disposed to the resolution of the issues with the former president. With the former Vice President Paul Ibe, media advisor to Atiku, made this known in a statement, quoting his principal as expressing commitment to a negotiation that will resolve the crisis of confidence and pave the way for a much stronger and united PDP. The PDP G5, which is made up of Wike's allies, has pulled out of the party's presidential candidate. Meanwhile, efforts so far to reconcile them have also failed. The Court of Appeal in Abuja has reserved judgment in an appeal by the All Progressives Congress challenging a decision of the Federal High Court in Yobe, which affirmed Bashir Sharif Mashina as senatorial candidate for Yobe North. A three-member panel headed by the President of the Court of Appeal, Justice Monica Dongba-Mensem, made this submission after all parties in the suit argued and adopted their processes. The APC had approached the appellate court seeking to set aside the judgment of Justice Fadima Aminu, insisting Ahmad Lawan is the authentic senatorial candidate for Yobe North. The chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Mahmood Yakubu, on Friday held an emergency meeting with members of the Interagency Consultative Committee on Election Security. The emergency meeting was summoned by INEC over recent attacks on the INEC offices in Ogun and Osun states in the early hours of Thursday. While expressing strong concerns over political attacks, Yakubu urged the committee to take decisive steps to nip such occurrences in the bud. More than 5.6 million COVID vaccine and booster shots were administered in the past week, the highest 7-day total in the United States since January, an official has announced. About 5.1 million of the past week's shots were bivalent boosters designed to combat the most virulent strains of the Omicron variant of the coronavirus. Meanwhile, the Biden administration plans to launch a push next week to increase the rate of vaccinations and boosters by the holiday. The African Development Bank says it has provided over $1 billion in interventions to 20,500 micro, small and medium enterprises in Nigeria. President of the AFDB, Akiwumi Adesina, said these are the African Small and Medium Enterprise Immersion Fund Roundtable organized by Access Bank PLC in Lagos. According to Adesina, the interventions have contributed to the creation of more than 440,000 jobs in Nigeria, with women and youths accounting for 60%. Elon Musk's ownership of Twitter descended deeper into chaos as key security executives resigned from the platform, drawing a sharp warning from U.S. regulators. The walkout came after a turbulent launch of new Twitter features following the Tesla and SpaceX owners' $44 billion buyout of the influential messaging app. Meanwhile, Musk warned employees on Thursday that the site was burning through cash dangerously fast, raising the specter of bankruptcy if the situation was not turned around. Management of the Nigeria Professional Football League has set a benchmark of 10 million naira for insurance claims from policies covering players of the 20 Premier League clubs beginning from the 2022-2023 league season. In a letter dated November 10 and signed by the head of operations Davidson Oumi, the clubs in the top flight were informed that the minimum claim for an insurance policy in the case of death or permanent disability of an employee required by the NPFL from clubs is 10 million naira only. The NPFL further insisted that such a policy must be acquired from a reputable insurance company and domiciled with the NPFL as required by the club licensing regulations. Well, that's all on the newsroom at this time. Many thanks for watching.